welcome back to my channel. It's been so long we did a sit down video. Well, today I'm going to be talking about like last Friday was a whole month I've been interning now, and I went to my brother telling you one of the craziest stories I've ever heard while interning. I have changed the names of the persons involved in this matter for confidential reasons, and as I'm explaining the story I have to tell it in three perspectives so as to fully understand. Complainant, we shall call her Alicia. Alicia is the mother of Gloria. Now, Alicia on one beautiful day sent her daughter to go and buy rice on their street. So Gloria took the money, went to go and buy rice, and then never came home. Jehovah! And never came home again. God, at first, like, the mother, Alicia was worried. She sent her children. She sent her husband. She herself later that evening went to go and look for Gloria, and she didn't see Gloria. Alicia did not report to the police about this whole Gloria getting missing and all. She actually said that she wasn't feeling fine, and that's why she didn't report to the police. So days later, she keeps on hearing about this whole hotel. I'm going to be calling it the Swatwa Hotel. There's an underage prostitution ring. She goes there and she's like, oh, okay, see, I'm looking for Gloria. And then the manager involved was not telling her, like, who is Gloria? We don't know Gloria here. And then she realized that, okay, if she wants any information from these guys, she cannot come here acting like, I need my daughter, give me my daughter. So she came in this kind of like cornered way. She was like, oh, really, you don't know Gloria? Gloria told me I should come and meet you, that I have some girls for you. Gloria said that you were the person I had to see. So he's like, oh, Gloria, oh, I know Gloria, let us go forth. And like, where are the girls? Like, when can I meet the girls? Let him talk to his Oga and talk about her commission. So he goes in to make a phone call or to actually meet this Oga. She herself now, Alicia, now starts looking around, and then she enters this place and she sees two schoolgirls in their school uniforms, tied and like bound in one part of the room. So she frees them and helps them escape. So when she came out here, nobody knows what she has done yet. So she's talking to the manager, and the manager is like, okay, fine, like, my Oga said that I have to see you, like, he has to see the goods. So that when he's able to see the goods, I'm talking about goods as in the girls in question here, they'll be able to talk about her commission. And that Gloria, the reason why she hasn't seen Gloria since was because Gloria was in Ghana. She mentioned the fact that later on, the manager decided to give her some of Gloria's things. And part of it, she saw tramadol, she saw paracetamol, she saw some drugs that she couldn't identify, and then she had to report it to the police station. So now we'll be taking the story from the story of the victim. According to Gloria's statement, Gloria mentioned the fact that she went out one month to go and buy something for her mother. She got a call from the manager of Tweetway Hotel that, oh, see you, I have a customer for you, because apparently Gloria and the manager has been into this kind of a beneficial relationship thing, whereby if there's a customer waiting for her, or like he would call her, if she's available, she will come, she'll get paid, and then he has his own commission. So she got a call like, oh yeah, see you, there's a customer waiting for you. She went to this hotel and then she got kidnapped. She was taken to Lagos, and then she was taken to Ghana, and in that place she was basically I want to say the word here, carnally abused. I don't know if that's a real word. And then she stayed there for a month and 17 days before she got like released, and then she came back home, and then they started trying to find her way until her parents found her. Taking this from the witness point of view. Now this witness, will be calling her Marachi. Now Marachi is of the opinion that Gloria isn't the kind of person she says she is. Now Marachi also said that Gloria has been complaining about her stepfather, that oh, like her mom is like beating her a lot more because of like the man. And then one particular day, Gloria told her friend that her mom chased her out of the house, and this was the same day that her mom sent her to go and buy those foodstuffs. Now some days later, she comes back to her friend, and then she's like telling them, see, I have a boyfriend. He stays in Togo. He used to stay in Warri before, but then he moved to Togo. He's coming to Lagos soon and he wants to see me. Like, do you guys also want to come? And they're like, okay, fine. Then she's like, she'll make arrangements. Now, she comes back some few days again and tells them that, oh, the arrangement is made though, that her boyfriend sent someone down to come and take them all to like Lagos. Let them go and meet the man in the Twatwa Hotel. And they went to go and meet the man. So they went to the man, they ate, they drank some things and all of that. And then I think the very next day they were on a bus down to Lagos. Now in this bus, Gloria and the man just suddenly started like arguing with each other. She was shouting at him. She got so agitated that she was shouting at the boss. She dropped her down, that she's not going with the man again, and things like that. And then she's like telling her friends, that's like Marachi and Co, that oh, they can go on if they want to go on. That she's just really, really angry at the guy that her boyfriend sends down to come and pick all of them up. And her friends are like, Marachi is like, I'm not going. Like, see, if you're not going with us, then what is the use of us going to go and meet your own boyfriend? Like, it's either like we all go together or we don't go at all. So like after the whole telling Gloria that, Gloria calm down, then later they reached Lagos. And they were scattered, like they were like together at one junction, in Berger Junction, and they were just discussing. So Gloria and this guy that her boyfriend sends out to come and pick the girls went to one corner and they were talking to themselves. Now Marachi and the other two friends that were there were like discussing, and they were just talking about the whole fact that the whole journey is weird. Like, how can Gloria bring them and Gloria is still like leaving them sometimes like dry and all. Gloria then came back to the crew and something happened, and then they started like shouting about it. Then Gloria was like, who are you to even talk? That was when one of the girls that was with Marachi slapped Gloria. And because of that, she started shouting again. She went back to the guy that was at one corner. He was making a phone call in French. And like so she was talking to the guy back in French. The whole agitation, like, this girl just slapped me. She did crazy. So that kind of thing. So what's it called? There's a woman sitting down by these three ladies as you're discussing, and she's like, oh, she talks to Marachi. She's like, oh, like, okay, like, what are you guys doing here? Who brought you here? What exactly is happening? So Marachi tells the woman, and thank God she did, because thank God she did. And the woman is like, okay, fine, like, you can't hear French, and I'm not sure like you guys can, but I can hear French, and I'm hearing what this guy is saying. He's not going to stop you guys at Lagos. He's taking you guys to Togo. This is without the girls like agreeing to go anyway. So the girls decide to like almost bounce. Marachi is like, if you guys are not following me, I'm bouncing. You know, I don't understand this whole shady movements that Gloria is bringing on. So the girls agree to run. And while Gloria and the man, they're so engrossed in their conversation on kidnapping these girls, like Marachi and the other girls like run off to the like they cross the street to the park by the side. Now I've never been to Burger Junction, so I don't know if there's a park by the side, but according to the statement, that was what I saw. So they ran off to the park by the side, and then that was where they were like, obviously, like, these thousand girls in Lagos, they didn't know how to speak Yoruba. And what's it called? So Amarachi called her mom and she's like, oh, mommy see you. And mom was like, where did you say you were at? And she's like, mommy, I'm in Lagos. So mommy, see, this what's happening. Mom is like, okay, fine, give the phone to one of these guys that speak Yoruba. Her mom is like talking, begging, pleading. And then after everything, her mom agrees with the guy speaking Yoruba that he will arrange a bus for them to come home. But they couldn't come home that same day. So she said he was going to arrange a bus for them to come home the next day and find them a small place that they can just stay together and then start coming home the next day. So what's it called? The other friend, her parents called, sent some money for their bus trip. The other girl, her boyfriend called, sent some money for the bus trip. And Marchie's mom also sent money. So together they had some considerable sum of money, enough to come back to where it all started from. Gloria and the man later realized that these guys were no longer around and then didn't reach out to them anymore, didn't do anything. So the girls stayed together that night. And then the next morning, before they left, one of the girls was like, wait, so I can't believe that Gloria did us that dirty. Let's call Gloria and see what she's going to say. So they decided to call Gloria and Gloria isn't picking up. So they called the man and they're like, see. We lost our way yesterday. And you're not even calling us to like check, oh, like, where are you guys? How far? This. The man is like, oh, I'm sorry, yo, I cannot talk to you now that I'm on a boat. That's it what's going to happen here. I'll send some guys to come and pick you up. And like that he'll talk to them later that he was on a boat. So everybody's just like, this is still fishy. But now these girls are like operating with knowledge that the guy wants to kidnap them and Gloria is in on it. So sometime later, just before their boss leaves, like the man calls me and he's like, what did you guys say you are? I sent some guys to come and get you, and they said that they didn't see you people, and they were like, oh, that what's it called, they had a park across the road. Now Marachi was the one on call, and then she heard Gloria's voice in the background saying, I told you that they will still be there. They don't know anywhere in Lagos. One of the girls then sees the guy who said he was on a boat with like about 4 other Haiti men with him, and they are obviously looking for these girls. That is how like the 3 of them sneaked into the car and came back to where it all began from. So after they get back, they spend some time without hearing it about Gloria or about the man, even about Gloria's boyfriend and all of that. So some day later, Gloria comes to Marachi's place, brings foodstuffs for Marachi's mom and all of that, and she's all like, oh, she's trying to like party up with Marachi again after the whole thing that she pulled off. She doesn't still know that like they knew that she did all that she did. So what's it called? Marachi is like trying to be all distance. We have like see, I'm not even staying at home for long. I'm going to go and meet my boo. Like, I don't know, you have to start leaving. And Gloria is like, oh, like I'll follow you to your boo's place, let's go together. So Marachi and Gloria starts on another journey to Marachi's boyfriend's place in a keke napep. So someone sees Gloria in this keke napep, calls her stepfather. He's like, are you looking for that your daughter Gloria? Oh my, just saw her in keke now. Whoa. So Marachi's stepfather like immediately like rushes to the place. He sees like the place whereby they said he saw the keke, followed it, and people kept on directing him. He saw Gloria and Marachi in the keke, and he got so angry at Gloria. He's like, will you come home with me now? He was shouting, causing a scene, and the whole thing, Gloria like just like throws her phone at Marachi and like goes home without like her phone. Now some days later, Gloria's younger sister comes to take the phone from Marachi and mentions the fact that Marachi's mom beat her so much when she came back, like beat her black and blue, that she was at the hospital recovering. Go back to the complaints continuing statements. Now the complaint is like Alicia, she then said that when she saw her daughter, that it was her husband, that's like Gloria's stepfather, that got a call from someone that they saw Gloria in an abandoned keke, and they went there, saw Gloria in the keke, and saw Gloria in the keke and picked her up. She was laying down in an abandoned keke. So when they took her home, she was smelling, she was like oozing some like liquids and substances from like her private areas and all of that, that she was so scared that Gloria did not speak to anybody until in the night when she started asking for water, and like that's Alicia made her tea instead, so at least she could have some strength. And then some days later she went back to school, and suddenly like one day she got a call. She was at the police station then. She got a call that Gloria slumped at school. She went to school to go and pick Gloria up, and it turned out that later Gloria was pregnant. Now back to the witnesses' points of view. She said that she got a call from Gloria saying like Gloria was telling her that, oh, that if the police ever asks this, like, oh, what happened, this, that she should say that they were kidnapped while eating. Like they went to go and meet one of their friends in Swatwa Hotel, and then they got kidnapped while eating. And like they basically lost consciousness while eating, and then they got kidnapped to Lagos, and they almost went to Togo. So like after hearing the sides of like these 3 persons, who exactly do you think is telling the truth? Because Gloria has an alibi, who is her mother Alicia, and the witness Marachi's story is just too good. And she also has an alibi. The other like friends that went on this trip, only one of them wasn't able to give a witness. The other ones did. And all of their stories are very similar, like very, very similar. So you have like someone saying an entirely different story here, and you have another one saying an entirely different story here. So I think point of everything, like, who exactly are you picking? Now to bust your mind, Gloria is 13 years old. Thank you.